Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing our collection video, so that's why she's here.
What's up?
This probably will be longer than usual. Typically these run about an hour or so per
It depends how we
video.
split them up, but we're trying to do it like 1 to 2 rows at a time, so that's why we're doing it like that, because we can't have a million videos. But
yes. So we'll just get started. There'll be multiple videos. This is going to be starting everything downstairs, so a lot of this is going to be either stuff she likes herself or both of us for the most part. There is going to be some stuff that's just me, but not as much as obviously upstairs, where there's basically nothing that she likes upstairs. So we'll get started. Let's just start in here.
mm-hmm.
First up is the most recent Nicolas Cage film to come out, and that's The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. You sure there's no light in that? That's kind of...
I'll hold it. There you go.
Oh, I did it that way.
Yeah.
The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. There you go.
Stop it!
Nick Cage, you got to put him in front.
Oh.
Went ahead and grabbed the 4K because I like the slipcover better on the 4K. I was going to go Blu-ray because I didn't really felt like it needed the 4K exactly, but I just liked the slip better, so they got me with the slip. Oh, well, in there. Gone in 60 Seconds, another classic Nick Cage film. I think you like this one?
Yeah, I really like that one.
She likes this one. She don't like many Nick Cage movies, so.
He has his moments, though. He's really funny.
No One Lives. Very fun, gory.
I actually like this one. I was surprised.
I guess you say thriller. Well, I think it's labeled as a horror, but it's not really scary. It's more like an action thriller with a lot of gore in it. So.
Does that not sort of look like Michelle Williams' brother?
Anyway.
I didn't even pay attention the first time around, like, to even compare it, but now that I'm looking more, she looks a lot like Michelle Williams.
Next is In a Valley of Violence. I've watched this maybe one time. Enjoyed it when I watched it the first time, so we'll see how it does on a rewatch whenever we decide to rewatch it.
This is one of the very few Western movies I actually like.
Next is Into the Blue with Paul Walker. I think I've seen bits and pieces of this, but never the whole thing. I need to watch the whole thing at some point. Hotel Artemis. This was really fun. I enjoyed this one. I don't think you ever saw it though.
I'll start showing stuff off. Why don't you get some more of mine? This is one of the years right now.
Extreme Prejudice. This came out this year, so haven't watched it before.
This one?
But yeah,
Oh, like a re-release.
it's first time to Blu-ray for it. Thanks.
Next we have the Bourne Trilogy. I'd waited a while on this, like forever, and he found this. I don't remember where.
Goodwill.
Mm-hmm. But we ended up grabbing it because I was needing them. So.
Not really my kind of a movie, but
And I don't really like Matt Damon and stuff either, but I like Matt Damon.
I like him in Goodwill Hunting.
I do like Matt
That's
Damon.
the one that stands out the most. Okay. Up next is Back to the Future Trilogy on 4K. Must have for any collection, even though I say she doesn't like these films.
I think they're okay. I just don't. They're not my favorite.
But enjoy all of them. Definitely the first one is the best, but
next we have The Mask of Zorro and The Legend of Zorro. I can't talk. Is it open?
it was open at the top.
On Blu-ray, I love these movies. I love Antonio Banderas. One of the few roles I like him in. I don't like him in everything he does.
Up next is Die Hard on 4K. I do own this set that has all of them in it, but I keep that stored away because to me you just need to watch the first one. I know some people debate that it's a Christmas movie, but
It's not a Christmas movie.
it's it's whatever.
Sorry.
I don't get into that debate, but definitely probably the best Bruce Willis movie. I will say that.
Next on Blu-ray is Tomb Raider. I really enjoyed this film. It's just not one, in my opinion, that you can watch constantly. You sort of just have to wait a while to come back to it.
I remember nothing about it. I don't remember nothing about it. The one I do, something movie I do remember a lot about. Nobody. Really had a lot of fun with this film. Definitely John Wick-esque. And just very, very surprising film for me.
Okay, so next we have what's his face? Daniel Craig in Casino Royale, Artemis, Skyfall, and Spectre.
I don't think she wants the last one that he's did. Where he basically retiring and handing over.
No, I don't want that one. No Time to Die or whatever. Is that what it is? I think it's No Time to Die. Anyway, I don't want that one, but I did.
I'm not a James Bond fan, so I don't know. I don't remember. Next, this movie is bad, but it's still fun bad. A fun bad. Plus, I wanted to support the band after the tragedy, and that is Studio 666. Was finally able to get a copy, I think, at Target, because I think it had lost its price on Amazon when I went to get it. So it's probably come back since then, but was happy to get that.
Next on Blu-ray, we have The Fifth Element. I don't know if you like this. Do you like it?
I've not seen the whole thing.
I like it.
I've only seen bits and pieces.
It has Bruce Willis in it. My favorite movie with him would either be this or Die Hard. I don't know, but I think it's a really good movie.
What the heck is that on there?
What? It's been on there.
Weird. Next is Love and Monsters. This was fine. It's not one I've had the desire to go back to, but we'll give it one more go around at some point and see.
It was good. I do think it was a little slow, and the main reason that I even watched it with him was because of Dylan O'Brien, because I'm a really big fan of him. But it was just a little slow.
Yeah, we'll have to see in a rewatch how we feel if we want to keep that in the collection or not. I know I liked it more. I really liked it the first time, but after it sat with me, I'm just like, it's fine. Next up is the original Mortal Kombat, and then the most recent Mortal Kombat. Thankfully, we are getting a sequel to the most recent one, so it will continue the storyline. So happy because I was afraid it wasn't going to get a sequel.
Next on Blu-ray is Those Who Wish Me Dead. I've watched it. I don't think you have, though, have you? I thought it was actually decent. I watched it maybe twice so far since we've had it, but I think it's really good. I think you'd like it too, by the way.
Next is a Tom Hanks film that I enjoyed a lot when I first watched it. It's not been a film that I really had the want to go back and rewatch. But that is News of the World.
Beautiful scenery, by the way.
Yeah. Really, that's the only thing that warrants the 4K release of it is the scenery. But really, you don't really need the 4K for this.
We just got the 4K because we liked it that much, but...
Yeah, we initially liked it that much.
Yeah.
We'll see how it holds up on a rewatch, but it is kind of like Love and Monsters, one of those, and I'm like, well...
It drags at times, and then other times it picks up. You just sort of got to stay tuned into it.
That's the only thing about doing review videos and stuff that I hate is over time, your feelings change. So something you may have gave a 4 or 5 star... eventually could drop down to like a 3 and you're like, I can do without this movie. Next, I didn't realize we still had this movie. Force of Nature. Did we keep this because you wanted to see it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually already watched it.
I don't know nothing about it. I can't remember. I know it was about a robbery or something during a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I've not watched it, so you must have watched it over the weekend.
Yeah.
So that it for right now is a horror movie until I actually see it.
Next on Blu-ray, we have San Andreas with The Rock. I love almost everything The Rock does. I'm not gonna lie. I could, but I'm not going to, because I don't care. But it's really, really good. San
Andreas is just a fun, shut your brain off action film. Like most of The Rock's, like most of Dwayne Johnson's movies.
I think it also has Alexandra Daddario in it.
I don't know. I've only watched it like one time.
I'm pretty sure, because I think that's the daughter that... Yeah.
Next on Blu-ray is Ambulance. Just got the Blu-ray for this. I used to be really big on just getting 4Ks of everything. That's why I have like 4K of Nobody and stuff like that. But honestly, I've gotten out of the 4K.
Partially because
realm.
Not everything warrants a 4K depending on what type of movie it is. The other part is they are more expensive, so we don't want to pay more for something that won't really make a difference. And plus we've ended up doing it also to where starting just recently, like a couple months ago, we're only getting 4Ks if it also comes with the Blu-ray. Because that way we have a backup disc if our 4K player tears up, and that way we can still watch it.
Mm-hmm. But this was really fun. Enjoyed it a lot. Some good funny moments in it, so definitely happy to own that.
Good, that one's mine. Next on 4K is War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise. I love this movie, and I'm not very big on sci-fi, but this is one that I really like.
And that's one that I personally wouldn't have upgraded to 4K, but that was her warrant of an upgrade. Next is a series that I've watched half or more of. I need to finish the series, which I'd have to go back and rewatch it by now because it's been so long. That is Sons of Anarchy. Love this series. Just never got to finish it. I don't know why, honestly. But I'm hoping eventually I will be able to restart it and finish it all the way through. Never did watch, I think it's The Mayans. Never watched that, though. Next, Breaking Bad. Again, a series that we started, we really enjoyed, but we never finished. Gotta quit doing that with these series.
I don't know why we never finished it. I think we just sort of got distracted by other things.
And again, Gotham.
Actually,
watched
like this
it.
one.
Never finished it. Life. Life happens, I guess, you know. Alright, getting into some DC animated films. We got Batman the Killing Joke.
My favorite out of the animated ones.
Batman Under the Red Hood, which I still haven't watched. Need to see it because they say that's supposed to be really good.
Isn't that the one where you pick...
No, they did come out with a version of that, but it's not that one. Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a fun one. I enjoyed it. Kind of know what's going to happen. They team up in the end. Batman Beyond Return of the Joker. Long Halloween, Part 1 and 2.
I forgot it was 1 and 2.
Still need to watch those. I've slacked a lot on watching the animated DC animated films, so I've been very, very picky on what I get anymore. I don't pick up just any DC animated movie. That one.
Blu-ray of Horizon Line. I don't know if you have watched this. I watched it one time so far. It actually is really good. It was one I was really looking forward to, and it was like a completely random pickup. Was it Best Buy? Best Buy, but I was really surprised by it. Next on Blu-ray we have Transformers. I do want the second one, I think, but
I got that at one time.
I know, we got rid of it. But first one's good enough for now. But I do like both this one and the second one. Next, we have my two favorite Superman movies. One on 4K, one on Blu-ray. Superman Returns. Two favorites. I would love to get the other ones on 4K at some point, but these will do for now, because those are the ones I watch the most anyway.
Next is a film I watched growing up. Just a very fun disaster film, and as Dante's Peak. Enjoy that one a lot. Just very good disaster. One of my favorite disaster movies.
I thought it was good too.
Next to Volcano, which we own on DVD. You'll see in a later video.
I wish we could get it on Blu-ray.
No, we all wish we could have that on Blu-ray. At least us that don't have it on Blu-ray already. Next is, let's see, I'll do these two, and you can do this one. You can do that one. I'll do this one. And you do those two. I'll do two.
Wonder why you picked it that way.
Because it's my favorites of the whole
thing.
Next we have all 4Ks here, I think. Are they all 4K?
Yeah, they're all 4K.
You got Kong Skull Island.
Really good.
These are my favorite of the franchise. Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Yeah, I'm not sure I pulled the right one. And then Godzilla vs. Kong.
This one was good too, but I did feel like the fight scene at the end drug on and on. It wouldn't end. My favorite out of the franchise is this Godzilla, newer Godzilla. And then the one from the 90s, that's my favorite one out of all of them. And then the King Kong with Jack Black. Favorite King Kong, and I don't think I'll ever change.
I like once they get to the island. Like most do. Everything before the island, it kind of drags. Once they get to the island, it's better.
I mean, it is a little slow, but it doesn't bother me because of the stuff going on, I guess. But it is my favorite, though. Next, we have the Maze Runner trilogy. So far, I've only just watched the first one, but I need to watch the other two. I really like the first one.
I don't think that was ever actually finished, was it? The Maze Runner trilogy? Did they actually? I think there's more books than there are movies.
Yeah, I think they just put them all into the 3 movies.
I don't know.
Next on Blu-ray, we have Vampire Academy, based off a book series that I actually have read all of when I was in high school. I really like this. I do think the movie is a lot cheesier than what the books panned out to be, but I do wish they would have made more movies. I know there's a series. I don't remember what streaming service is on, but they did come out with the series.
Hulu.
Or no.
I threw something out there.
I think it's like HBO or Peacock or something like that, but I don't know if it's already out or if it's getting ready to come out. I haven't seen anything about it like real recently, so I'm assuming it hasn't come out yet, but we'll see. One that he doesn't necessarily care for, and that's Lord of the Rings trilogy. I absolutely love these movies.
They're just okay. They're too long for me.
He says they're too long for him, but
at least they feel too long. They may be a standard runtime from other movies, but they just feel too long for me. I think it may be 178 minutes, 179, 201. Okay, that's kind of long for me. That's not a standard runtime for a basic
like 3
movie.
hours.
Yeah.
About 3 hours. This is probably one of the longest set of movies that we actually own. I think all the other ones are like at the most 2.5, but typically they're around 2 hours and under. But
the third one's over 3 hours, I think.
The third one's 2.5. But I really enjoy these.
And that's the theatrical cuts. Can you imagine the extended cuts?
I know, these aren't even the extended. The extended, I think, comes close to like 4 hours.
God, it helps us all.
but
who's got that much time in a day to watch?
Even though I love these, I can't marathon them because they're so long. Because then I get out of it. I have to do like one a day.
Yeah, I mean, it's different when you're trying to. You got say through 2, 3, 4 hours watching 2, 3 different movies. When it's one movie, sweet Jesus.
And I try to watch him on the weekends when he's not here because I know he doesn't like them that much. I want to get the 4K of it eventually because the scenery will look great. 4K of Divergent. I did have the other two, but I decided just to stick with this one. It's my favorite one, and because of them stopping production on the second part of Allegiant, I wasn't going to get to finish the series anyway, so I just wanted to stick with the first one. Twilight. It's Twilight. What can you expect? I mean,
sparkly vampires.
Shut up. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, and I don't even care at this point. I like it.
I'm going to be talking much in these videos, I don't think.
Not down here,
down
probably.
here, yeah. I'm going to say my first.
Blu-ray, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. My favorite, maybe not my favorite, one of my favorites of Brad Pitt, and definitely Angelina Jolie. Great movie. 4K of Indiana Jones, the series, or movie series.
Franchise.
Yeah. I'm definitely ready for the next one to come out. Don't know what it's going to happen or how it's going to go because Harrison Ford is a lot older, but I'm very excited about it.
Do I get to do these?
Nope.
Oh.
Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies. Absolutely love these.
Jurassic Park's the best. After that, it drops. What?
I love all of them the same, pretty much.
She loved Dominion.
And so does our daughter. Huh?
I said you love Dominion more than me. That's for sure.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
when it came out. You loved it more than me. You go.
Had everybody together in you, baby. Blu-ray of the Hunger Games Complete Collection. I love this. Obviously, the first one's the best, but I do like all of them.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just here to handle
the original Matrix and Matrix Resurrection on 4K for both. What?
Resurrection.
Yeah.
Oh.
Love both of them. Keanu Reeves does amazing.
I thought it was Reloaded. Is that one of them, though?
That is one of them, yeah.
Oh.
Not that one.
No. There you go.
Blu-ray of the Mummy Trilogy. What's his name? Brandon Fraser.
Yes.
He does really good in this. I've not seen him in almost anything else. Maybe just like 2 other things, I think. I can think on the top of my head, but I didn't like him in those. This is his best role.
Yeah, he
really went downhill and didn't do as much.
I like the Mummy movies, but they're not ones that I come back to often. Okay, I'll do these.
So we have, you'll see why here in a minute. 4K and Blu-ray of the Harry Potter 8 film collection, along with the Blu-ray that just came out of the reunion special. Love these. I watched this whole series.
Oh, that's Sideways?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that was that man Sideways.
Is that okay?
Oh yeah, I just thought that was the standard silk cover.
I watched this one once already since we got it, not counting when it came on HBO. I watched this probably the whole way through, probably once a month. So, maybe more sometimes.
And apparently she'll be going back to her disc because of them changing it to Peacock and
so it was on HBO, the whole series, and I was watching on there, so I wouldn't have to like get my disc out, if I didn't want to.
Constantly nonstop.
Yeah, because I watch them a lot. And as of today, they went from HBO to Peacock due to contract stuff going on, but they put it like in the movie. It's not like the theatrical release. It has like some deleted scenes and stuff in it, and I don't like it, and it's throwing me off. So I'm gonna be going back to my disc, and I'll just have to watch them once a month, if that. So.
Oh God, what are you going to do?
I know.
Separate these
extra
horrible scenes, I guess.
No, I will not.
Next, this is a series we have watched all the way through.
It's
We
really
were very excited to finally get the Blu-ray release of it to help slim this series down because it came in a huge box set.
It was like probably that long.
Yeah.
So.
And you couldn't put it inside like you had a when it stood out. It took up a whole spot,
like a whole bookshelf
thing.
space. You couldn't double stack in front of it.
Yeah, you couldn't double stack in front of it. But that is the Teen Wolf complete series. We both enjoyed this one, and it's.
I like the beginning half of the series rather than the later half, but I think it's all good.
I definitely have to rewatch this all the way through because I don't remember a ton of the series, but.
And even though it's based off, what's his face, Dylan O'Brien makes this show. I don't think, without him, I think it would have just been really but he really brings something to it.
Back to some DC animated, Batman Hush. Haven't yet watched this one. Batman Assault on Arkham. Again, haven't watched this one. Batman and Harley Quinn. I did watch this one. I enjoyed that one. Then you got Batman Gotham by Gaslight. This was interesting.
I really like this one.
Then on 4K Steelbook. Alright, yeah. You have Logan. Don't have many Steelbooks, but I got this for like $2 at Goodwill.
I was gonna say it was Goodwill, wasn't it?
And I love the artwork on it. It's
like a comic style.
Yeah, a comic style. So went ahead and picked it up and put my other one up as backup. Then you have the X-Men Trilogy. I love the first three.
After that,
I don't care about them.
It's also confusing to the timeline.
Yeah, it just gets way confusing. Too crazy nuts. I don't like it.
Blu-ray of Rampage with The Rock. I really enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would even, and I thought I was gonna like it. So
really good, funny action film. Who's that?
It was your mom. You might want to pause the video.
My mom?
Yeah.
Hang on, guys. We'll be back. Okay, we're back. Let's get started. Ah, it's now. Did you really point over that? I know where we're going. There you go. Back to you.
Next is the Blu-ray of I, Robot with Will Smith. I really like this movie. I don't know if do you like it?
It's okay.
I really enjoy it.
Two that I do love, and that is Dumb and Dumber and The Mask. Love both of these. Jim Carrey's great.
Especially The Mask.
Okay, yeah. But Dumb and Dumber is great too. Oh.
Nope.
I love both. I couldn't. If I had to choose, it would probably be Dumb and Dumber.
Of course it would.
But I love both of them. Just classic Jim Carrey there.
Next is Easy A. I really enjoyed this movie, which is odd considering like the nature of it, but I really like it.
I remember very little about it. I can't do this one?
Nope.
Oh.
Me.
I like this one.
Blu-ray of Major Pain.
I enjoy this one a lot.
Yeah, one of the best comedies in my opinion around this time.
But that's not saying a lot because she doesn't like comedies that much. So.
It's saying a lot for me. Blu-ray, Miss Congeniality 1 and 2. I love Sandra Bullock in this. This is probably one of my favorite roles of her. Blu-ray of Bridesmaids. I really enjoy this movie. I'm
okay with it. I'm not a huge Kristen Wiig fan.
Yeah, that's probably why he doesn't like it for the most part, but I really enjoy it.
Next is Barbershop 1 and 2. We don't have the third one on Blu-ray. We have it on DVD. We'll have to upgrade to Blu-ray at some point. But just good Ice Cube films. Next is Blockers. This was better than I expected. I'm not a gigantic John Cena fan when it comes to his acting. So, but
I feel hit and miss with him.
This was fine. It was good. We'll see how it holds up on a rewatch eventually. But
next we have Grown Ups with Adam Sandler and his whole crew. I really like this one. The second one I like too, but more because it's like a stupid funny. This one's just really funny. But I would say this is one of my favorites of his.
That's like second tier Adam Sandler for me. First tier is Waterboy, Little Nicky,
Hate Waterboy,
Billy Madison, those realm of his comedies. There you go. There's that.
Blu-ray of Night School with Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. The first time we watched this, we both laughed so hard. And then the more and more I watch, because I think you've only seen that one time, right?
No, I've watched it since.
Oh. Well, I know a couple times after the first initial watch, I was still laughing a lot, but it wasn't like the first time around. But it's not decreasing and decreasing. I sort of laugh about the same amount now, but it's just that first time is really funny. It just doesn't hold up each time.
My second time through, I don't know what the difference was, but for me, the second time through was just more eye rolling than me laughing. So I don't know why. Maybe I was just so tired I would laugh at anything when I watched that. But when I watched it, but.
This one is double feature of Hitch and The Holiday. My favorite one in this pack is Hitch. I love this movie.
Have you seen Holiday?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen Holiday.
It's Cameron Diaz, so I've seen it. But Hitch, are you making faces at me? Hitch is definitely the best one in that pack.
Next, we have one that I still need to check out, but I've heard it's supposed to be really good, and that is Date Night. I don't think I've seen any of this at all. Like, I don't think I've seen bits and pieces or nothing of it, so...
I have. It's really good.
Need to watch that at some point when we're in the mood for a good comedy. Or hopefully a good comedy. Next is the Nutty Professor collection. She actually got this for me for something.
I think it was...
Birthday or Christmas. One of those.
It was birthday. I actually don't like these movies, though.
I enjoy them both. Classic Eddie Murphy, so... And speaking of classic, we have Austin Powers, International Man of Mystery, or all of them. International Man of Mystery, The Spy Who Shagged Me, and Goldmember.
If I remember correctly, I think Goldmember...
You don't even know.
Goldmember, I think, is the one I like the most.
Oh Lord, that's one everybody hates the most. You're always.
I know, always opposite.
But I enjoy all three of them. The first two are significantly better than the third one, but definitely have fun with them. Definitely classic Mike Myers for sure. Probably the best thing he's done next to Wayne's World. So I know yours will probably be Shrek for Mike Myers, but
yes, definitely. Blu-ray of Big Mama's 3-movie collection. My favorite one is the second one. Honestly, I could probably live without the first one and like Father Like Son, but I just have the pack because it was cheaper and a better deal in general just to get the pack. But I do like the second one the best.
I like the first one and the second one. I've never seen the third one. Or if I have, I don't remember it.
I remember bits and pieces, but I remember I didn't like it that much.
Next on 4K is Beverly Hills Cop. I'm not going to upgrade the rest. I do have the triple feature set upstairs packed away, so I do have the other two if I want to watch them, but I don't feel the need to upgrade all three of them. So I just upgraded this one, which technically I probably could have gone without the upgrade for this one, but went ahead and done it. Now we're getting into some Criterion Charlie Chaplin films.
One of the few Criterion we have.
I think this is all of them.
Mm-hmm, it is. I had them all together.
We got Limelight, The Kid, which I think this one has like multiple cuts of, but The Gold Rush, City Lights, supposed to be one of his more popular ones, The Great Dictator. Oh boy.
Didn't we get these off Macari too?
Yeah. Monsieur Vidot. Well,
At least you didn't say Vendux. I hear some people say that. I'm like, it's French, it's Vendot.
The Circus and Modern Times. I think that's all of the criterions that were spit out of his movies. So let's see what we got here. Next, we have Meet the Blacks 1 and 2. I enjoyed these. Had some good laughs with it. We'll see how it holds up. I thought they were
just stupid.
We'll see how it holds up on a rewatch. So, next is The Odd Couple 1 and 2. Really enjoyed the first one. Haven't seen the second one, but
don't they have a remake with Matthew Perry?
Matthew Perry?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have a remake of it with Matthew Perry. Or it has the same title anyway.
Might be. I don't know. I just know the classic. Next is Patrick Swayze and Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Taken. This one I've yet to see, but I really need to check it out because I've always heard it's really great, but just haven't gotten around to checking it out. That's 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri. We got all the Rambo films on 4K.
Did we get these on? Where did we get these?
Play my car. We was buying more from there. Yeah.
Next on 4K, we have Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters. I was okay with this at first, but then I really started liking it the more I watched it. And I really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, not one I would have upgraded, but she wanted to, so we did. Same with this one.
4K, Skyscraper.
No, I've never seen this one.
I really love this one.
I didn't need to see
it
Die
has
Hard
Nev
again.
Campbell in it too, by the way. Oh, Postcard Killings on Blu-ray. I've only seen it once, and something was going on. I was watching it, so I only remember half of it. So I'm gonna have to rewatch it again.
Next is one of Marvel Disney's one of the last really good films I like of theirs, and that is Shang-Chi. Really enjoyed this one, surprisingly. And I don't really love Marvel.
And the Legend of the Ten Rings. You forgot that part.
Don't really love Marvel or Disney like a lot of people do, so very surprised that I like that one as much as I did.
Just continue.
Next is
Stop! Leave this one behind it.
Next is Charlie's Angels 1 and 2, and then I guess the remake. Actually really had fun with this one. I didn't think I would because of Elizabeth Banks. I don't really care for her too much.
I like this one better than the original.
But I just kind of shut my brain off and went with it and actually enjoyed it. But I still love the first two better. Obviously, you know. You want to do this to me?
You can do it.
Next is a Jason Statham 6-film collection with Wild Card, War, The Bank Job, Crank 1 and 2, and Transporter 3.
Which we have it mainly for both the Crank movies and Transporter 3 for me because I needed them, but...
Next is one that don't necessarily need 4K for, but I have it on 4K because, well, it is what it is. I do own the Blu-ray as a backup, but so if I ever want to get rid of the 4K, I could. But that is Cell Block 99. Brawl, excuse me, in Cell Block 99.
I was going to say,
But, yeah, not really one you need a 4K for. But next, we have a series that I started watching, was really enjoying it, and when I had...
that, by the way, just to get into it, it's actually starting to get interesting.
Well, you don't watch no more because I ain't watched much of it.
No, I only watched like 4.
That's more than me. I watched like 2.
Well, I was just trying to see if I would be interested in it.
Lord. I could start all over again. You have to watch those 4 episodes all over again.
Out there.
But that is Banshee. Just a very fun show. Loved it after 2 episodes, so went ahead and grabbed it. This was the best way to get it was in this set, so have to get back into that and see how much we love it completely.
Blu-ray, the complete series of Rescue Me. I think it... I have to go. I think you like this too, don't you?
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
I really like it. I just don't like how they do this type of a slip. I wish it was more like individual.
That's how they're doing a lot of steelbooks now. Lionsgate steelbooks.
I know, I don't like it.
Next is
That's a really good one.
Justified. Whole series.
I think I got that for you as a Christmas thing, didn't I?
I think so, yeah. And then we have still yet to make it through this whole show. But we will.
Eventually.
We'll get there.
We'll have to start all over again, but you know.
And that is Game of Thrones. I think what makes it so hard is because the episodes are so long.
They're an hour apiece, and there's 8 seasons. And when you have 2 kids and one being special needs, it's a little difficult.
Yeah, so we'll eventually get through the whole series, but it's just
I think
taking
the
time.
furthest we've gotten is like up to half of season 2, and usually or it's somewhere in season 2.
I think I've gotten to season 3 without you, because you weren't watching it. That was before you really got into it.
Okay, so I've only gotten halfway to season 2, but we would have to start all over because there would be things I would forgot.
Next is a action film that I enjoyed growing up, and that is Vertical Limit with Chris O'Donnell, Bill Paxton, Robin Tunney. Really enjoyed that one growing up. This is one that doesn't get enough credit. Really enjoyed this one a lot, and that is Assassination Nation. Just a lot of fun, and doesn't get near enough. Doesn't get talked about near enough. Probably my first introduction to Amber Heard.
Boo!
And that is Never Back Down. Love this one growing up. I know it's not a favorite of a lot, but just...
I like it.
I enjoy it for what it is.
Shit, bad.
At least it was in his mouth.
Ew! So nasty.
Next is one that I still need to watch, and that is Bone Tomahawk. Then we got Bad Boys 1 through 3. Enjoy all of them. We got Snatch. Probably don't necessarily need the 4K for that, but not seen this. Death Wish. Probably need to.
I've seen a part of it, but not all of it.
I'll eventually get to it, see if it stays on the shelf. My favorite Ryan Reynolds movie, Deadpool 1 and 2, or should I say movies. I definitely like the first one more, but...
This is your favorite one?
For Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
Are you forgetting about the proposal?
I'd put that over proposal.
Well, this would be second proposal for me.
Oh. Next, again, one that probably doesn't necessarily need the 4K, but that is Groundhog Day. Like I said, we was into just getting 4Ks at one point, and not so much anymore. The Big Lebowski. Enjoy that one. She don't like that one. Animal House. Need to rewatch this one. I didn't love it. We'll see. Galaxy Quest. This is just stupid fun. Horrible graphics, but oh, you get to do that one.
Blu-ray of The House Bunny. Really enjoy this movie, and of course has Kat Dennings in it, which he loves. But that's besides the point.
It's just a funny, dumb movie. No, I'm gonna do these now. Oh. Then I get to do this.
No! You leave me alone. Okay, Rick and Morty seasons 1 through 5, and I will be getting the others. Love this series. I still need to watch half of season 4 and all of season 5, so gotta catch up on it.
Next, we have...
Nope. Blu-ray of the complete series of Friends. Love this show, so does our daughter. We could watch it non-stop, honestly.
I was trying to see if you'd drop it.
No. You would want me to drop it? I don't think so. Oh, you can do that one. I'll do the other one.
Next is a complete series of Parks and Rec.
We haven't really watched this one yet.
I've seen episodes on TV.
Like, hitting
but I've not sat down and watched this whole Blu-ray set. No. But I've seen it on TV. And then...
Blu-ray of The Office. Love it. We have not gotten all the way through it, but we've gotten... I don't know about him. I know I've gotten maybe through 3/4 season 1. But like I said, when you have 2 kids...
That's as far as you've gotten?
Yeah.
I watched it more on TV, so that's probably why.
In our situation, it's a little bit harder to keep up with watching stuff, so it takes a while for us to get through series.
Next is a Keanu classic, and that is Speed. I do own this in a triple feature set that I have upstairs, so this will be showing up again.
I had seen in an interview with Ellen where Sandra had went on shortly before he did, like a couple weeks before, something like that, and she had said that she had a crush on Keanu even when doing Speed, and then, the movie Speed. And then when Keanu came on a little bit later on, Ellen asked him if he knew, and he said no, but the thing is I had a crush on her too.
Well.
They could have been a couple.
They could have been Mr. and Mrs. Wick.
No.
Been a lot better than Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Do the damn movies.
Ooh, you cussed.
Oh my god.
Next is a film that I find overrated. I just find it to be okay. And that's Top Gun.
I think it's boring.
I'm debating on whether I want to keep the Blu-ray or the 4K or not. I do have it on Blu-ray, but I don't know if I want to keep it on 4K.
And they wear that one song out in it over and over.
I think if you grew up watching it or something, or I don't know what it is. I know a lot of people enjoy it, but I don't see what it is about it. I don't get it. So I just find it to be just fine. I mean, just okay. I want to see the sequel, but I'm not in no hurry to see the sequel. Next is Birds of Prey. I did enjoy this one after I watched it a couple times. I liked it more and more, so got that. Next, we have all the Rocky and Creed movies, which they do have another one coming out for Creed 3, so...
My favorite... Give me that one, too. That one. You might as well just... Alright, hold on a minute.
not bad.
No! So, my favorite Adam Sandler movie, just go with it.
I know it's Sad People, that's her favorite.
Shut up! It has him and Jennifer Aniston. How could you go wrong?
Tell her it should be Billy Madison or or
No,
Waterboy or...
I like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, but they're not my favorites. No.
Little Nicky.
Shut up.
Keep going.
I like Jack and Jill.
Sweet Jesus, don't say that. I'm going to edit that out.
The Other Woman, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Love it. They make a great trio for a comedy. Favorite Will Ferrell movie, Blades of Glory. I will never think... Okay.
Favorite
The
Will
only
Ferrell
other
that's
movie by Will Ferrell that could come that is sort of tied with it for favorite would be Step Brothers.
Ricky Bobby.
No. That would be third.
Ugh. You can't have Ricky... You can't have Talladega Nights and Step Brothers 2 and 3. That is unsacrilegious right there.
So,
sacrilegious right
A
there.
Medea Christmas.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Very close to being my favorite Medea movie, but if I had to pick my favorite Medea movie, it would probably be Family Reunion. But it's really good.
I got out of Medea. She's not really my cup of tea anymore.
Valentine's Day. Just a really cheesy but stupid good comedy. Romance comedy.
Her favorite Ryan Reynolds movie.
My favorite Ryan Reynolds movie, The Proposal with Sandra Bullock. This is also up there for one of my favorite performances for Sandra as well.
You want to do these?
No, you can do.
Next we have Haunted House 1 and 2. We like them for what they are.
You can't rewatch them constantly, though. It's one of those you really got to take a break in between.
I've kind of gotten out of this style comedy a lot, so I like very few, and then the ones I do like, I take big breaks and gaps in watching them. Yeah, spoof. That's the name of the comedy I'm trying to think of. We used to have a lot
with Carmen Electra, and then we got out of those pretty much.
Huh?
The ones with Carmen Electra, spoof movies.
Oh. Like superhero movie and all that kind of stuff. There you
go. Blu-ray of Daddy's Home 1 and 2. First one is definitely better. However, I do like the second one as well.
They're okay. Well, can't do that.
Besides The Mask, probably my favorite Jim Carrey movie, Bruce Almighty. Love it.
Ace Ventura.
I don't like
the Cable Guy.
I don't like Cable Guy.
Oh, God. You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. I do love Bruce Almighty, but come on.
You're telling me you don't like it enough?
What?
Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, that's like second tier Bruce Jim Carrey.
So, Scary Movie 1 through 5. I like all of these. He only liked the first one, I think, right?
First two.
First two.
The rest are garbage.
Shut up. Well, I'll let you do the first one. I'll just say it.
Yes, because it's... First up, we have Coming to America. Technically didn't obviously need the upgrade to 4K, but went ahead and done it.
I have not seen this one yet.
I really enjoy Coming to America.
I've seen bits and pieces. And then we also have Coming to America, the second one. Love this movie, and I don't know why. And I didn't think I'd like it at all, but I really like it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I'll stay with the first one. Next is top tier Jim Carrey.
Well, it is up there, but...
Well, I'll be honest. Bruce Almighty, I guess it would be like... It would still be top tier, but it's still kind of at the bottom because, to me, it does drag at points. At times, for me personally.
I think it drags at points when they're discussing the relationship.
But this movie, on the other hand, is definitely top tier Jim Carrey, and that is Liar Liar. This one does not drag. It's hilarious all the way through.
Especially when he's in court.
Yeah, there's just non-stop comedy there.
Cameron Diaz in Bad Teacher. I really enjoy this movie. Justin Timberlake does good in his role, but it's still a little weird seeing him act like that because he doesn't typically act. But I think Cameron Diaz does great. Medea Boo. I really enjoy this one. This one's really good. However, the second one I wasn't as much of a fan of.
This is amazing Robin Williams right here. Definitely probably his best comedy, I would say. Would you say no?
No, I mean, I really like it, but I don't think it's one of my favorites. It is up there, though.
Mrs. Doubtfire. I love Robin Williams. He's one of my, I guess it was one of my favorite comedic actors. Still he is, but, you know, obviously he ain't putting anything else out. But, yeah, this is just amazing Robin Williams right there. Just great movie. Gotta have it in the collection. Next is a film that I surprisingly really enjoyed.
Me too.
And she did too when she finally watched it.
And that was really surprising for me.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Basically two rednecks, if you will, you want to call them, I guess, that are mistaken as killers, kidnappers, and comedy ensues. So,
it's really good.
But yeah, very good film.
Definitely not my type of movie either.
And we get to the Adam Sandler top tier films.
These are the only two really technically older ones of his that I like.
And that is Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison. If you don't know these in your collection, then what's wrong with you?
But even though I like these two,
just kidding.
I can't watch these a lot either. I have to space them out.
Yeah, I love both of those. Waterboy's my favorite, but I love both of those. There you go.
We have Bad Moms on Blu-ray. Bad Moms Christmas was okay, but I do like this one a lot more.
This one we neither one of us have saw yet, unless you watched it without me.
Mm-mm.
Alright, and that is Wildcats, football film, comedy, so that's why we got it. I love my football comedies. Well, I guess I get to do this one.
Yep. My other favorite Will Ferrell movie, Step Brothers.
Classic Will Ferrell.
Did you touch my drum set? I love it. And they do great together. Will and John C. Reilly. They do great together. But I could rewatch this and Blake to Glory over and over.
And then the next, well, this one and Step Brothers are very interchangeable with me, and that is Talladega Nights. Love this one as well. So many classic lines, just like in Step Brothers.
I like it, but I don't like the part where they're doing like flashbacks or when he was growing up because it drags a little.
I would say, I don't know. Like sometimes I feel like Step Brothers drags a little at times, but
I think that tastes good.
I don't know. They're both great though. I mean, they're both terrific Will Ferrell classics.
My favorite though is when he's running
the
on
sack
the
on the
track.
drum sack?
No, not this.
Oh.
When he's running on the track, yelling everyone's names.
Oh, hell with Tom Cruise!
God, is that me?
Oh, I can do it with you. Do you even like these movies?
Yeah, we got them because of me.
Oh, well, I like these movies.
You initially got it because I wanted them.
Well, you know what?
What?
That was a mistake.
Why?
I like them.
Oh my God.
And that is the Rush Hour trilogy. I will say the third one I don't love.
My favorite's the first and second.
But yeah, I've rewatched the first and second one recently on TV, and I definitely, the first one's the classic, obviously. The second one's still good. The third one is kind of the forgettable one, but definitely still a good comedy trilogy.
Bits and pieces of the third one.
Yeah. Next is Semi-Tough, I think another football comedy, I believe.
Burt Reynolds, everybody.
Burt Reynolds, and Chris
Love.
Christopherson, so. happy to own that. Gotta watch it though, so I haven't seen it.
What you doing to me?
Nothing.
Carrie Ellis.
Did
I can't say Kel?
You went baby talk. Kelly Ellis.
Oh my gosh, I can't talk today. You'd think with as much sleep as I gotta be able to. Carrie Ellis, one of my main guy actors that I love. Robin Hood Men in Tights. He is amazing in this, and my favorite roles with him is this and The Princess Bride. Love both of these movies.
Next is License to Drive.
I'm not saying that. Have you seen that yet?
Haven't seen it yet, but I definitely want to eventually see it. I heard it's really good. It's short, 90 minutes, so License to Drive. There you go.
No. Do it to me.
Camera.
Shut up. Blu-ray, Girls Trip. This was super fun first time around, but similar to like Night School, it doesn't hold up when you watch it over and over. However, it still makes me laugh. And probably my second favorite Adam Sandler movie, Longest Yard. I love this movie. I love how they bring Burt Reynolds back. Just not in the same role, obviously. I think it just holds up really well. I can rewatch this a lot.
Yeah, that's a kind of a second tier. Kind of goes in there with Grown Ups for me with Adam Sandler. It's not a classic, but I can watch it. I do enjoy it, but it's just not one I would pick off the shelf as much as I would others of his. Next we have The Heat. Probably my favorite Melissa McCarthy movie. I know some people would say Bridesmaids, but
I like her in that, but I think this one's the best one.
This is definitely probably my favorite role. I know a lot of people hate this movie, but I enjoy it. I enjoy what it is.
It's just one where it holds up, but it doesn't. Like, it doesn't if you watch it too consistently, but if you space it out a little bit, you'll get the same response.
Species. Only on the first one, that's all I really need. It's not a franchise I tend to dive into a whole lot, so. Bumblebee, I don't really come. Huh?
I'm supposed to do that. No, go ahead. You already started.
I got Resident Evil. Say it.
Bumblebee in 4K. We both really like this one. Haley Steinfeld does really good in it. Just a little bit different type of role for her because I'm used to seeing her sing or something. But I really like it.
I still like it. It's dropped a little bit for me on rewatches, but I don't like it as much as I originally did.
I know you had a problem with John Cena's acting in this. I thought he did fine.
Problem with John Cena.
I think it's hit and miss for me, but I think he did good in this one.
I'm not a John Cena fan, acting-wise.
Well, some of the stuff he just doesn't have a lot like emotion or anything.
It's just the same character each time.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it just seems because it just stays the same.
And it's not like an entertaining character aspect of that, in my opinion. It's not like, Dwayne Johnson. It's him in every movie, but at least I can get enjoyment from it for the most part. And then you got like guys like Kevin Hart, where it's getting kind of overplayed out.
It depends what's going on in the movie for Kevin, but.
Up next is Resident Evil. I do own all of them, but my favorite's the first one, so it's the only one I keep on the shelf. I keep the others packed away to save space, but that's my favorite. The rest are fine, but just don't need them on the shelf. Super 8, a very good sci-fi family film. Similar, very Stranger Things vibe.
Blu-ray of the first 3 Underworld movies. I do like the other ones, but I can live without them, so we just got the triple feature.
It's been forever since I've seen Underworld, so.
I watched the first one a couple weeks ago. Snitch. I actually really like this movie. The first time around, we had to stop it, and the second time around, I finished it, but I was just, it wasn't bad, but I just wasn't crazy about it, but it's grown on me.
That's one I don't really care about. That's more her. Yeah, we can reach it over.
Shut up.
Next we have Baby Driver. Love Baby Driver. don't necessarily need the 4K for it, but I have the 4K for it. No slip for it though, so
that's okay though.
But
it's really good.
Definitely one of my favorites.
Ansel Elgort, amazing.
That's the only movie. Well, this and November Criminals. Those are the two Ansel Elgort movies that I actually enjoy. The rest, I just whatever.
I love him in this, but this would be my second place for him. I think my first will be Fault in Our Stars. I really like that one.
I thought you were gonna go with the Divergent series.
No. I mean, he acts good. He's just awkward in that. Jason Statham in Wrath of Man. I've not watched this yet. I don't think you have either, have you? But I love Jason Statham. I love almost everything he does that I've seen. So I pretty much try to stay on top of his stuff. That sounded bad. You know what I mean.
You're a married woman.
Shut up.
Next, all three John Wick movies. We've seen the first one. We still need to watch the next two.
But we really like the first one.
We'll probably triple feature this when the fourth one comes out.
Yeah.
Cause
we might see that one in theaters, so we're gonna have to catch up on these.
Is that next year or this year?
Next year, I think.
If it's next year, it might be a little bit harder. We got so many we want to see next year already on the schedule. But we'll definitely marathon these when the fourth one comes to theaters, just in case we do decide we want to go to theaters to see it.
March 24th.
Oh, God, I can say them on the screen.
We can do it.
But loved the first one. Enjoyed it a lot. So I've heard they sort of get away, but we're bad as it goes along. Especially, I've heard the third one isn't as good. It kind of.
I still hear people like it though.
Yeah, I hear a lot. It's really mixed. I hear a lot of mixed stuff. I do hear some say they kind of significantly start dropping.
I've also noticed that a lot of people don't really have anything bad to say about anything Keanu's in.
I do. Matrix sucks.
Not so. Next we have Ocean's 8. Love this one.
How is that separate from my other Ocean's movies, by the way? Are the other Ocean's movies upstairs?
Yeah, they're not down here.
Oh, okay.
But this is my favorite out of all the Ocean's movies. I do like the other ones, but this one is just... I like it better, but I think it's because it has both Sandra Bullock and Anne Hathaway in it, and I love both of them, so I think that helps.
Sorry.
Sylvester Stallone in Driven. He did not even know what this was until I brought it up, which is very surprising because it's a Stallone movie. But
and Burt Reynolds.
I think Burt Reynolds too. Yeah, Burt Reynolds. But I love this movie. I was introduced to it around the time it first came out, which was 2001, I think. Yeah, 2001.
I gotta watch it eventually and see what I think about it.
It's really good. I'm also really into racing movies though, so it's not really surprising, but I just don't like a lot of Stallone stuff.
Next we have... I'm tempted to put the 4K up just because it's in this, and I just don't necessarily need the 4K for this out, but that's Alien, and then...
the rest of the series.
The rest. So I'm very tempted to put this away, but I'm getting out of 4K for the most part.
Unless it's warranted.
Yeah. As I've said throughout the video already. Next is Predator. This is my favorite of the franchise. Now the newest one, Prey, that came out, which I think it's talking about getting a physical release, so we'll definitely be picking that up. But Prey is my number 2 for that franchise. Next we have Terminator. Terminator 2. Yes, I know, the crappy 4K transfer. Terminator 3, Eraser, and Collateral Damage. And then Terminator Dark Fate, which I actually didn't hate. I know a lot of people hate this one, but it's actually was decently fun. I was very skeptical, so maybe my expectations was just rock bottom low, but I actually had some fun with it. So it did make the collection. So next we got, mostly because we wanted to see the scenes, the space scenery in 4K. And that's Apollo 13.
It's Tom Hanks, too.
Well, it is Tom Hanks, but another one of those that it only really warrants a 4K because of their being in space, honestly. Yeah. So
if you think about it, though, most of the time, 4Ks are only warranted for scenery no matter what. Occasionally you'll find, like some of the older Disney movies, they look really good in 4K, like animated. But otherwise, it's mainly scenery that you need 4K for.
Next is the Blade Trilogy. Really fun trilogy. Honestly, I enjoy all of them. My favorite's the second one. I enjoy Blade 2 because of Ryan Reynolds, being a huge Ryan Reynolds fan. Or Blade Trinity. Because of Ryan Reynolds. The first Blade I do enjoy, but to me it's slower, so I don't find it as rewatchable as most do. But the second and third one, for me personally, I do find really fun. But we'll see how Marvel does now with what's his face coming to be the new Blade. But I don't have high hopes.
Yeah, no. Next, we have the 90s? 80s?
Mm-hmm.
90s?
It says right on it. 89
okay.
90.
So mainly 90s. Batman's. My favorite one's obviously Michael Keaton. Like, obviously. Don't comment on that.
Why you put it?
Because I just can't hold them all.
But I mean, why don't you put them on the stacks?
Because that one's a little heavy. Batman Begins, Dark Knight, and Dark Knight Rises. I don't care about Dark Knight Rises. Batman Begins is a little slow, but I do like it. My favorite is definitely Dark Knight. And so is our daughter's favorite because of Joker. And the newer one, the Batman. Our daughter loves it. I really enjoyed it as well. And I love how they teased Joker at the end talking to the Riddler. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it. But, did you like it? Mm-hmm. Like it? Robert Pattinson really surprised us on this.
Well, he wasn't wrong. He wasn't out of this bat suit for too much of the movie.
No, but even when he was out of the bat suit, like playing Bruce, he actually did really well. But he does really good.
I'll feel that in a minute.
My God, who texted you that?
It's texting Noah.
Oh. Well, let me do this one. I'm gonna do that one. I'm gonna do that one.
Okay.
What? Go ahead.
Okay. Next, we have Spider-Man Homecoming, which I mostly got to support Tom Holland because I think he is the best Spider-Man.
Second best.
But I don't rewatch these films too often. And
he does do good, though.
But these films also mean Spider-Man Far From Home. This one I did not enjoy near as much as Homecoming. I didn't like the whole Mysterio storyline. I know a lot of people do, but it just, couldn't get into it. But hopefully, maybe they'll come up with continue the Spider-Man, and I'll find one that I actually really do love. But so far, I've not had any that I actually loved. So, other than this version, which isn't necessarily connected to Disney,
yeah.
And that is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Love this one, and the animation was great. So yes, this one's my favorite. Which also I like that one because it has all of the Spidey and friends in it.
It does. I didn't even think about that. So my favorites are Spider-Man 1 through 3 with Tobey Maguire. I love these. The one I like the least is obviously the third one, but I do like all of them.
Come on, ain't that the one where he dances?
Yeah, it is. And then one of my all-time like hopes and dreams
right there. Oh.
for a movie is No Way Home, because it has all three of the Spider-Men in it. Because Andrew Garfield is okay, but it was still really cool to see him in it as well. But to see Toby and Tom together in this was amazing.
It's actually coming back to theaters with more with like 15 minutes of extra footage put in there.
Oh, and Zendaya in this and Far From Home and Homecoming, she does amazing. I don't think there's a movie she's done that I did not like.
Great show. I'm joking. I like that one too. Next we have Shazam. I like this one. I don't get the urge to rewatch it though. So, The Gentleman. This was a really good one. So yeah, not much to say on that. Warrior. Great movie. One of my favorites. Love that one. Thor Ragnarok, one that...
The only one I like.
My favorite Thor film. I've not even seen the newest one, Love and Thunder, but I've heard it's garbage, so I've not had any desire to see it. But I do enjoy this one a lot. It does drag, though, for me at times.
I think DC and Marvel in general typically overdo the amount of movies they put out.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you do that one. You watched it, not me.
Henry Golding in Snake Eyes. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought I would like it, but I didn't think I'd like it as much as I did.
Next is The Protege. This was just a good action film with Michael Keaton and Samuel L. Jackson.
One of my favorite actors.
But yeah, enjoyed The Protege for what it was.
I think the only thing I didn't care for him in was The Founder. And that was just because I didn't like the movie in general.
He's doing a lot of stuff that we've not seen.
I know that. I'm just saying.
Next is Police Academy. We watched the first one. We did enjoy it, but we eventually got to try to finish the whole series. Franchise, I should say. Next, Free Guy. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it. It's kind of wore its welcome with me.
You're just saying something that's Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah. But we'll see how it does on a rewatch. I'll probably will rewatch it around the time the second one comes out, and then watch the second one. But we'll see. It may end up eventually leave the collection just because I'm trying not to collect movies just because it's Ryan Reynolds or whatever. Next is Good Boys. I remember really enjoying this one. But again, it's been so long. I've only watched it one time, so I don't know if it'll hold up, but we'll see. Roxanne, haven't seen it. Got it because of Steve Martin, but it may stay in the collection eventually. RV. This is I love Robin Williams in this, and the movie is ridiculously stupid, but I do enjoy it a lot.
We initially got it because I wanted it, and I do really like it, and it's also...
I wouldn't consider it a classic Robin Williams by any means.
But it is funny. But it's definitely not like the over-the-top comedy like he usually does, so...
Now, this is one of my favorite spoof movies. This is like probably my top next to another one that I'll show eventually in the DVDs. But that is Stan Helsing. Love this spoof movie to death.
Steve Allen.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely probably maybe even my number one, but love this one so much.
Now you can do that one.
The to-do list, I think we just kept this mostly for her. I didn't really...
Oh, I thought you liked it.
I did, but then then it just kind of meant to be okay for me.
Well, why didn't we get rid of it?
Well, because I went to it and you said no, keep it. You liked it.
I did?
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
There's 2 lists. It's probably not going to stay in the collection, apparently. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Just a classic. Not much to say on that.
Unbreakable, Kimmy Schmidt, the series. We got through probably about half, something like that. We really were enjoying this. We forgot about it and just didn't finish it.
Anger Management, a series that I enjoyed, but I'm not rewatching forever. I need to kind of get on that and rewatch it to see if I need to pick up the 3rd season. Because at this point, if I ain't going to pick it up, then I just need to get rid of it. Because, no. I can't do it. But you done so many of the big series.
It's okay. You're getting ready to do pretty much the whole upstairs, so it's okay. Next on Blu-ray, we have the complete series of The Andy Griffith Show. We both really love Andy Griffith. He likes it more, obviously, before they went to the color.
I think it's season 5.
Yeah, before they went to the colored scenery. But I like pretty much all of it. But the black and white episodes are definitely my favorite.
I don't know. I think it's season 4 or 5 when is the last season. It's black and white, and then it switches to color, I think.
Why do you hate it in color?
Barney's gone,
oh, yeah,
and Andy's more grumpier, and his character changes a lot. And
I wonder
it's just
why.
not as
I
funny.
wonder if they had someone else take over.
I think he just didn't like the fact that Don Knotts left. I think it kind of just.
Did he get fired, or he just?
No, he just left.
Okay, I didn't know.
As far as I remember, he just left. Then we got Orange is the New Black. We've enjoyed this show when we was watching it. We've kind of stopped picking up the seasons.
My reason for that, though, is because we don't have the rest of the series yet. And when I watch series, I typically binge watch because I like to watch it all at one time. I don't like to wait. And so we just haven't got the other parts.
We need to finish buying these at some point so we can binge watch the entire thing and
maybe order it
see it all the way through. And then we got that 70s show. I know they were supposed to be doing that 90s show or something like that, I think.
I don't know why they're doing that.
But, why is that a different case?
It was just like that.
I know, that's odd. Look, it's a different case. Anyways, this was brand new, factory sealed, so, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, it was,
so the people at the
Walmart,
whoever packages put it in this different Blu-ray case for one of the seasons.
Are you sure it wasn't cracked and you had to change it?
I don't think so, no.
I don't know.
Anyways, doesn't matter. I just now noticed it, so it's bothering me. But a fun show. I enjoyed it. The Expendables 1 through 3, just dumb action fun. But I don't go back to watch it too much, but it is what it is. Total Recall, honestly, I could probably pack this away and have the 2-pack with this and Terminator 2 and be fine. 4V Ferrari, love this one. I was very shocked how much I enjoyed this one, but I did enjoy it a lot.
I haven't seen it yet.
That was Christian Matt Damon. Bale. Yeah, that's another Matt Damon film next to Good Will Hunting that I actually really enjoyed. Guns Akimbo, just a slept-on film. I feel like that don't get talked about near as much.
Something that he does that's not Harry Potter that's decent.
Yeah, I'm not like a ginormous Daniel Radcliffe fan, but this was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this one. Another film that I love, that's The Accountant. Really good Ben Affleck movie.
Has Anna Kendrick in it too.
Another really good Ben Affleck film, and that's The Town. Love that. Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite heist movie. What?
I'm not a big fan of Ben Affleck.
You want to do this?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't get
there's more.
My bad. There you go.
Well, Probably Big Bang Theory. It's heavy.
This is the one show we have seen all the way through.
Yes, and we probably watched it all the way through, probably twice actually, like together, which is saying a lot, but is one of our favorite series, especially to do with comedy. And it's one that doesn't typically, at least for me, it doesn't get old. Like, it makes me laugh at the same parts over and over each time I watch it.
Next is one that I need to watch all the way through at some point, and that is Community. I've not seen it all the way through, just seen bits and pieces. Another series we have seen all the way through that we both enjoy a lot, and that is King of Queens.
And this is on Blu-ray. We did have DVD, but we upgraded to Blu-ray.
Superstore, we've never fully gotten back into this show.
It's still technically going. There's more seasons on those too.
I don't know. It was funny, but we just never did really keep up with it.
Next on Blu-ray is the complete series of The Mindy Project. I really enjoyed this show. I don't know if
I've not seen it.
You've not seen it. It's really good. Some of the comedy in it...
It's a doctor show, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Some of the comedy in it is, at times, like a dry comedy, so which is surprising that I even like it, because typically I don't like that kind of thing, but most of it isn't, to me anyway, dry comedy, so I enjoy it.
And lastly, for this first part of the collection videos, is the complete series of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I put off watching this for, I couldn't tell you how long.
And then we decided to try it out because we heard this was coming out.
Yeah, so I watched a few episodes, loved it. I hated that I put it off for so long. So definitely going to eventually dive into it and watch the entire thing and see. Hopefully it stays strong all the way through, but I know series they don't tend to as often. So, but that is everything for part 1 of the collection video.
I don't know when. We'll probably save part 2 to film tomorrow, but I'm not going to start uploading these collection videos until we're all done. That way I don't have them too far apart. So you'll be seeing these right after another.
So that is everything. So please comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for our videos, and we will see you all in the next one.